That's right, guys. Welcome back to Crew Talk Chelsea. Today, we present to you the very first episode of our latest segment, the Chelsea's First Impression. Here, we discuss and give our first impression after every Chelsea's match. And today with me, I have Parth Suri, who is going to discuss about Chelsea's match against Wolves. So yes, Parth, not the best time to start a new segment, right?
Yeah, frustrating defeat following a frustrating defeat. Just like the first half at Everton, a very lackluster game. Second half, 4 minutes into the second half, Giroud manages to volley it in past Patricio. The power just got through the Portuguese keeper, and we got the lead. After that, it looked like we could attack straight away with Timo Werner all going on a run just from the mistake from the Wolves start, but we couldn't capitalize on it. Then we had Daniel Podence in the 67th minute absolutely obliterate both our left backs, and then the deflection through Reece James the ball was able to go past Edumendi, and then after that it was just a game full of holes because both the teams were trying to attack. 95th minute, Pedro Neto scores 2-1 Wolves. Bad result. But I mean, there's I don't know what to say, to be honest. I'm trying to find positives, but it's really frustrating. Let's be honest. What do you think, Chirag? How was the game?
No, no, just starting with the first point, the Olivier Giroud goal. Like it was all brilliance based on the perfect power behind the volley, I would say. The power made Rui Patricio fumble the ball and it was fast goal. I would say thank you to VAR, and it is a very rare case of any football fan thanking VAR, because if it was not a VAR, if VAR was not there today, we would have not got a goal. That was due to goal decision system rather, and also we Wolves were awarded a penalty that was never a penalty, and the ref, how was not that a card for diving? That was in the penalty box. We have seen people
Yeah, yeah,
given red card for that.
yeah. Obviously, we've seen for simulation that if that's not a penalty, that's obviously simulation. That's a dive. You have to give a yellow card. Also,
So
the first goal they scored after the corner. They got a corner when Thiago Silva hit the
ball.
Thiago Silva managed to clear the ball, but it actually got a deflection from a Wolves player. Yet they got a corner. So yeah, a bit unlucky for the first goal as well. And then obviously Pedro Neto, that's a dive. That's a dive. I mean, twice he's tried to fall down, and both times Reece James has not put his foot in. So I guess I don't really don't know if after putting 4 minutes in VAR we still can't find out we still can't understand that it's simulation. It's above my understanding, but still we weren't up to it. The wings, we weren't up to it really. From the wings, there was barely any attack. We overcooked our fullbacks today. We have to say they have
Actually,
worked
bad play.
very hard today.
We might criticize the whole VAR system or maybe the referee or anything, but we have to accept we were not at the point where we used to be 2 games back. It is due to
Yeah,
lack of
absolutely.
creativity, lack of exhaustion that we are giving to a few players. Like Chelsea's best attackers in the game were Chilwell and Reece James. Anything that comes to the midfield was given to Chilwell and James to put in the cross. Why are we not attacking from the middle?
Absolutely. I think Wolves. I think would with Nuno Espirito Santos is a smart manager. So all the time, N'Golo Kante was man marked. They know that N'Golo Kante is the starter for all Chelsea attacks. So he was well man marked. And the to be honest, what do you think about the fullbacks? How was their game today, Chirag?
Exhausted, completely exhausted. Like we are being so predictable that every chance that has to come to our way has to be from our fullbacks. Be it Reece James, be it Chilwell. And the same happened with the Everton game as well. I would just say,
I mean, I
like
yeah, I
N'Golo
agree with
Kante
you.
was the best
I,
player on the field today.
Yeah, I agree with you. Also, talking about the fullbacks after the 80th minute, it was very clear. Chilwell was absolutely burnt out, but still he was running, and he didn't stop. We could see his exhaustion. Like we barely see Chilwell actually miss a cross, but around the 80th minute, we saw a cross go for a very wayward cross, go for a goal kick.
Over the bar. We were not able to, like the last corner we had, he was not able to clear the first line, the first man. Like they were
Yeah,
completely exhausted. And what is going on with the wing system? Our best winger, our number 10, is forced to play out of position on the on the right side, and Timo Werner, who has to play centrally, is being put on left, and he is not able to complete a dribble. What the hell is going on?
Exactly. Exactly. Chirag, what do you think about Timo Werner's performance today?
See, for me, Timo has been a great athlete. He does not stop trying, but the main thing is trying is not everything, right? You have to dribble fast. He was not able to complete a pass in the 5 yards for in front of him. Like, what was he doing? He has to play centrally. And see, it is a very bold statement. I know Giroud is playing perfectly. I don't know, but we have to play Timo Werner up front only, so that even if we have to bench Giroud or if we have to go to a two striker formation, but we have to play Giroud in I mean Werner up front.
Hmm.
Havertz was like
That's
disappointing again.
that's actually a very interesting statement, especially when Giroud has been performing so well.
No,
So, guys, what do you think?
Giroud.
Should Werner be central, or should we have a should we have two up front with Giroud and Werner? Because clearly left wing is not performing. Today was a very shambolic performance attack wise. I have to say, I would if I was rating him out of 10, I wouldn't give him more than 3. Timo Werner was disastrous today. And I mean, you could see all the players shouting at him. Thiago Silva, you could actually see around the 85th minute mark when Thiago Silva is actually shouting at Timo Werner to run towards the ball, and he's just standing there. I mean, I think this is the worst performance from Timo Werner I've seen since he's donned the Chelsea colours. What do you think, Chirag?
Yes, exactly. He is not having confidence. Like I read a stat before the game, like it has been his biggest goal drought he has been facing. Considering the number of games he has played, it has been his biggest goal drought since, like, I don't even remember when he scored the last time for us. Also, like, Havertz is trying, and I can say Havertz had a bit more of confidence, against the previous game rather than the previous game. He looked a bit better, just a bit better, I would say. Nothing else. I would say, like,
Yeah,
creativity zero. The main reason we lost was creativity. We are not
yeah.
creative.
And I think it's very clear right now. If we don't have any wingers, we have to push our fullbacks forward. We need to go for three at the back with the two fullbacks as playing as wing backs and not as just fullbacks, because it's really straining them, and they could soon possibly have an injury to Chilwell or James, because we are definitely overusing them.
That
We definitely need to. Yeah, I think. What do you think will be the preferred formation,
no,
Chirag?
no, I completely agree with the idea you gave that we should consider a three at the back, as this allows us that we could even get in as we can command the attack as well in the midfield to when to go when to attack perfectly. The thing we were lacking, I would say. Also,
Yeah,
if wing backs are told that they are going to in attack and they are the main attackers on wings, then we definitely will allow them. They will themselves be responsible enough to go forward. But if they are going forward, we have three center backs at the back who can defend. That is a very good idea. But just summing up,
what do you
betting on our title chances, like we have, all Chelsea fans consider us the contenders till now. But two back-to-back defeats. What do you have to say?
I mean, the field this time is very clear. I mean, first to 10th, everybody is neck and neck. I mean, we could finish. Actually, if we would have won, we would have been first. And there's also a chance if the bottom teams win that we go down to 10th, because when the equal number they play the equal number of matches, we can actually go down to 10th. So it's very close. But I mean, if you want to win a league, you cannot lose these games. You cannot lose against Everton. You cannot lose against Wolves. You need these 3 points and 3 points and 3 points. I mean, there's a lot of luck factor as well when it comes to winning a league. But I mean, if this is the standard of a performance, I don't think you can win a league.
Exactly, but the only happy thing we could consider is Liverpool are playing Tottenham, so one of the teams will be losing points, but we can still have chance. Rather, both can lose points if they draw, but
Yeah, obviously we're only a third into the season, so there's still a ton of games to go. But still, I mean, I know that we've just come out of a 17 game not losing streak till we lost to Everton, but we have to go back on another streak very soon. We can't sit back now. There is this season, when everything is so close, there is no time to relax.
Exactly. Lampard plays Timo Werner up front with Pulisic on the left because that is what we need. Okay, Pat, thank you so much
I
for being in the part of the pod. We really hope we'll to get you soon again in another match reaction, but that time we prefer it would be a Chelsea win.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So yes, guys, do subscribe, do like our video, and do tell what do you think about the game we played against Wolves, and do not forget to subscribe. So until next time.